Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on Tundra Tactical is episode 2 of Tundra's Guns, featuring Jake, our photographer's AR-15. We'll be comparing it up against my AR-15, which was featured in the previous episode of Tundra's Guns. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, and let's start the show. So originally, Jake's rifle started off as a DPMS AP4 carbine, and it came with things like a carrying handle and standard AR-15 furniture. But over the years, it was completely bastardized, and the only original parts that still remain on the gun are the lower receiver and its internals. The reason for all the changes started with a rather large problem. The rifle came off the assembly line with a very tight bore/chamber, a lot like my X, and after a few months started to fail consistently during use, also like my X. So after about 30 rounds, the heat expansion would cause the rifle to fail, and this fueled the need for Jake to have a personalized rifle that he could trust. However, after bringing it to DPMS for repair upon return, the rifle did function normally. After a few years in its original configuration, barring a few optics changes and some furniture changes, including a Magpul MOE trigger guard, some real work got done. So the upper was swapped first, and with the DPMS steel gone, an upper of unknown make was then installed, along with a barrel and a slim rifle-length handguard with top rail. The following month saw even more upgrades: an umbrella core grip for improved comfort over the Magpul MOE grip, an Aimpoint T1 on the top of the gun for short-range target acquisition, a YHM low-profile gas block for better gas system performance, and a Griffin M4 SD comp for increased stability. Also, a BCM stubby vertical grip was added because bad decisions can be rectified by just throwing money at the problem. Following all of this, a Stoner mil-spec buffer tube was installed to replace the original commercial buffer tube to accommodate the use of a Magpul CTR stock. This allowed him to have a more comfortable stock along with an AMB sling point for easier sling control. The upper was once again modified with the removal of the unknown handguard and the addition of the Daniel Defense DD-M4 15-inch quad rail, which allows for better stability while shooting in a supported position. And the final upgrade that Jake threw on his gun was the Troy low-profile tritium battle sights. The most recent addition was a Surefire M952 weapon light for low light and no light shooting situations, and for finding my wallet when it falls out of my pocket and ends up under the couch at night. The result of all these changes are what we call the Bastard. It is a Bastard, however, that works, being able to compete on 3-gun courses, tactical ranges, in the fields for hunting or stretching it out to long range, with targets being hit as far as 400 meters away confirmed, and 800 meters away, which is yet to be confirmed if he actually hit the target. I'm pretty sure it's had boat sex with a dragon lady at some point as well. This rifle is reliable, stable, and accurate, although it is a bit on the heavy side. Some of the planned upgrades for the future include a suppressor, Noveske barrel, new BCG, a new trigger, a PEC-15, and a new backup iron sight system. There are many similarities between this rifle and my personal AR-15 from our last video, and what's really interesting about AR-15s is that even though they're all so similar, there are subtle differences that the owners make according to style, preference, budget, and the desired application of the rifle. The Bastard rifle carries a red dot sight that's perfectly functional and is a common choice for quick target acquisition at short to medium range shooting. In comparison, we see some people like to reach out to farther distances and prefer a variable zoomed optic like what we see on my rifle. Triggers are also a high point of contention between a lot of enthusiasts. The mil-spec trigger is tried and true and is still used in most military and law enforcement M4/M16s in the field, though once somebody shoots a competition grade trigger for any length of time, it is pretty difficult to go back. The only thing that's really stopping most people is the moth guarding the inside of their wallets. Improved buffer springs and bolt carrier groups are another popular upgrade for people who are willing to open up their rifle and their pocketbooks. But once again, the mil-spec models have been performing their duties for well over 50 years. The benefit of using a mil-spec system is that it'll work without tuning. Reduced weight bolt carrier groups and upgraded buffer springs will allow for an increased rate of fire and reduced felt recoil as long as the rifle gets tuned properly. The truth of the matter here is that the majority of us will never be able to outshoot a stock AR-15, and despite our hundreds of requests, Jerry Michalik continues to ignore our request for him to join our team to prove us wrong. Looking a little closer at the furniture, the 6-position stock is pretty much the standard anywhere outside of California, and whether you prefer to have a larger area for your cheek weld or not, the differences are mostly negligible. The handguards are a little more obviously different. The Picatinny rail was the standard for modular weapons for many years and is perfectly functional, no doubt about it. But if you're less attached to your money and you prefer lighter weight up front and a handguard that doesn't treat your hand like a block of Swiss cheese, Keymod and M-Lock handguards are both excellent in terms of form and function and are quickly growing in popularity. Many will consider this the new standard for AR-15s, but on the other hand, military and law enforcement are still rocking the rail system, if anything other than for the slick handguards. Muzzle devices are a highly personal decision, and far be it from us to tell you what to use. It is sure to be said though, whatever you place on the front of your rifle, somebody is going to tell you you're wrong. So, at the end of the day, I guess the memes are true. AR-15s are pretty much just Legos for adults. And with each owner's personality reflected in their own specific builds, there within reason is no real wrong way to build an AR-15. And with the growing number of innovations and accessories, I'm sure that tweaking and tuning your rifle with new parts will only get easier from here. Thanks for tuning in to Tundra's Guns Episode 2. If you guys dislike this video, then you know what to do. But if you like the video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button and share it around with your friends. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on current and future content. And as always, visit www.tundratactical.com for more entertainment.